What an absolute beautiful location for the Subaru National Road Series. We're here in sun-drenched Lorne for Amy's Otway tour. This year, there's also a Criterium adding to the road stage that we've seen in the past. So a two-stage race, starting with the Criterium, lots of time bonus sprints up for grabs, so it's going to be quite unusual for the ladies. 4 intermediate sprints around this circuit over 1 hour, 15 seconds up for each of those intermediate sprints, and then there's a whole 30 seconds for the stage winner at the end. So there'll be big time gaps going into the second stage of the road stage with the big climbs coming up tomorrow.
Today we have a 36-kilometre Criterium, which is a hot dog circuit. It's quite technical and quite narrow, so positioning and gear selection is quite key for today. We're looking, obviously, myself or the bunch sprint, or even Kendall Hodges even, to hopefully make a breakaway.
After a fast start, the first time bonus sprint was taken out by Georgia Baker.
So I took out the first one, and then after that I tried to hang in there as much as I could, and I think a couple of the girls took out, then another like second and third places, and then I just looked after myself for the final sprint. But throughout the race there was just constant attacks, especially from Bridie, O'Donnell and Holden were quite strong out there today as well, so it was on the whole time.
On the run into the second sprint, World Team Pursuit champion Ashlee Ankudinoff claimed the 15 seconds on offer. One of the few riders strong enough to get away from the field, Louisa Lobiggs held the peloton off to win the third sprint.
I mean, it was such a hard race because if you're not at the front, you'll have to slow down so much to wait for other riders to go around the corner. So you just end up being strung out back, and you have to fight so much harder to get back onto the front. That's why it is such a hard course, and that's why a lot of girls get shelled pretty quickly.
The final time bonus sprint saw a trifecta by Holden Women's Racing, with Laura Lee Moss getting the maximum bonus.
Louisa as well from Holden Cycling, and also Bridie O'Donnell from Total Rush were definitely aggressive throughout the whole race. And Specialised Securitor did have a couple of goes as well, so that did put the pressure on us to make sure we were always present in those breaks, and luckily enough it came back to that final sprint where I could unleash my sprint. That was one tough race, that's for sure. I definitely wasn't feeling it that entire race, and I was really just hanging in there, to be quite honest, and I just tried to look after myself, and I'm glad I've got such great teammates here helping me out. So then it was just all down to positioning in the last 300 metres, and yeah, I'm really happy, and yeah, it's great. Yeah.
A solid victory in Stage 1 to High5 Dream Team's Georgia Baker over Ankudinoff from Subaru NSWIS and Ruth Corset from Total Rush Hyster. After calculating all the time bonuses, Georgia Baker will take a 10-second lead into Stage 2 over Ankudinoff, and Holden Women's Racing's Laura Lee Moss, with series leader Ruth Corset fourth at 25 seconds.